Hello you guys, and welcome back to my channel. I am currently cleansing the area. Okay, I have some really good incense lit for you guys. I even have evil eye incense lit. I have dragon's blood, some money incense going on, business, prosperity, just different little incense to not only clear the energy, but to bring you guys some abundance, love, peace, and so on. Okay, so we're going to start off with doing a baby reading. All right, so I'm going to cleanse my camera. All right, if you guys want to get your notebooks or anything like that, I suggest you go ahead and do that now. I am gonna do my best to go live Tuesday, which is tomorrow, maybe Wednesday and Thursday if I can. Okay, so you guys, yeah, y'all may see this smoke come that way a little bit. Let me see. Yeah, okay, trying to make sure you guys can see. All right, so we're gonna start off with the tarot. Excuse my voice, I'm tired. We have been at Six Flags all weekend, okay, for our daughter's birthday. So let's see what type of energy your baby is gonna have. We have Prince of Torches. Some of you guys are gonna have a little boy, okay, and this little boy is going to come here and fight battles for you, for your bloodline. This baby is going to be made up of tower moments. This baby may arise out of some sort of chaotic situation, whether it be a disagreement or argument with a family member, friend, something like that. Something chaotic may basically happen, and it may bring you and your partner together where you guys have like this strong conversation about the events that took place. It could be after a tower moment in your life, maybe someone going to jail, maybe someone I get legal proceedings, so maybe a case that you guys were fighting, an enemy that you guys were fighting. I feel like someone has been like calling. I feel like some of you have kids and you've been dealing with like some sort of battle with child services too. Yeah, this is like winner takes all here. This is like winner takes all energy I get here. Yeah, we have the Ace of Pentacles and we have the Emperor. So this baby is also going to bring in money. All right, this baby is going to be able to stand tall. This baby is going to be I don't know why I hear Legion, but this baby is going to be like, I want to say like some sort of ancestor who's coming back. Obviously this baby is shielded and protected. This could be by an ancestor, this could be by an angel as well, on the other side. So you don't have to worry, like you don't have to worry that like you won't be able to have a successful pregnancy, because you're gonna have a successful pregnancy. This is a gift to you from the divine. Okay, this is something that the divine wants you to have. This is more so like God, you know, doing his big one. You get what I'm saying? Allowing this seed to manifest, allowing this seed to come in and implant. Okay, there's going to be a lot of protection around the implantation. I feel like things are going to go smoothly. I feel like With it being across from the tower though, that you guys may have tower moments, but I don't know, for somebody, let me know if it hits for you. I feel like it's some opposition with family. Okay, I feel like it's some opposition with family. Yeah, see, death is reversed. You're gonna carry this baby. This baby is not gonna be I feel like you've had miscarriages before, or you're either worried about a miscarriage. But this baby is like, they're gonna make it. They're not gonna pass or anything like that. This baby definitely has a destiny to fulfill. I feel like they're over in the spiritual realm fighting now to get to you. Just weathering all type of things. You know, with the fireballs, it almost looks like they're fighting up against meteors within this photo here on the tarot card. But I also feel like this is a representation of what this baby is going to be fighting here, you know, and what your partner is going to be fighting. Like, I feel like your partner is really going to show up for you during this pregnancy. And I don't feel like it's going to last just during pregnancy. I feel like it's going to be one of those things where you being pregnant, your partner, it's like, it's going to show them something very different. They're going to have a different view on you, on pregnancy, on life, period. Princess of Torches. Some of you may have twins. Okay, you could have a girl and a boy. Some of you may have a boy first. You could be pregnant now, and your girl could be coming next. But either way it go, you're not going to miscarry. Okay, this is why I say God is doing his big one, because you guys are no longer going to be bound by this type of fate. All right, something that you did, or something that you're going to do, or something that's in the making is reversing that from you. You have very high order degree of protection here. Okay, especially with these two cards behind each other. Okay, so I need you guys to really pay attention to that. This is something the divine says, hey, look, let it go freely. You know, let this go freely. Let this take place as it needs to take place. I cannot make this up. 9 of Pentacles. Okay? 9 of Pentacles coming in. To clarify, there are going to be multiple children, and there's going to be a lot of money. There's going to be a lot of fruition with this pregnancy. You guys are going to have a lot of people on the outside looking in, trying to figure out. The 3 of Pentacles would represent the group of people who feel some sort of way about you or your partner. Someone who could be telling you, leave that person, don't be with that person, yada, yada, yada. You have to remember that this is your relationship, not their relationship. Like I said, some of you could be having a chaotic start, okay? But don't let whatever chaos is going on disrupt what is to come, because you guys are already seeing what's coming. If the divine is going to release this baby or babies to come into you, to come to you guys, you also have to understand that you have to give the divine the trust and the faith to do what needs to be done concerning the arguments and the discord. You get what I'm saying? All right, some of you are going to be fire signs. Some of you could be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Some of you could be Scorpios as well. Some of you could be earth signs. All right, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. But yeah, if anybody's wondering what this is my Papa Legba candle. That's the one I don't like. I do not like that candle. I just sit it always on my desk and let his energy stay there. And today is Monday, is his day. Yeah, so the universe, like I said, is going to be giving you a lot. You guys are going to have to balance. Some of you guys are going to have twins. So with these twins coming in, it's going to put a lot of pressure on you. They may be crying at the same time. It may be a lot because your partner may be working, so carrying them and getting them to appointments, things like that. Maybe working from home or trying to work yourself, trying to find a good daycare for some of you. I feel like some of you, because I'm hearing business, some of you are either being pushed to start this business that you've been thinking about in your mind, or you already have a business and that business is going to begin to flourish. Now, if your business is not flourishing right now, there's a reason behind that. And that reason is because you need to keep your faith. The divine is trying to get you to focus on one thing. Some of you have that energy where when you put your mind to something, you start it, you do it, but you don't actually follow through with it because of what's going on between you and your partner. So it's like you get sidetracked. And the divine wants you to know that that sidetrack feeling that you're feeling, it's really not what you think it is. It's more so your enemy trying to sabotage your thinking pattern, your career, your creativity, your ability to do what it is that you need to do. So it's like your enemy is just trying to like shift your focus. You know what I'm saying? So don't let that happen. But I do feel like you guys are balancing a lot. Some of you could be balancing with money, especially with your partner. All right, and especially with the devil at the top of the deck. Okay, I feel like someone is like I've been saying, on the outside looking in, trying to cause discord, damage, problems with you and your partner. To me, this is something that the enemy said, okay, look, I can guarantee you that I can go in and I can sabotage this person's life. I can go in and I can destiny swap their destiny with mine. I can go in and guarantee you their babies. I can guarantee you their soul because I'm just that good of a witch. Okay, that is what someone went and made this offer to this devil. You get what I'm saying? So the offer seemed very good to the devil, but at the same time, what this person didn't know, this was a female, okay? This was a female. Whoever this person was, whether she was working on the behalf of someone else, or whether she is your actual enemy, or she is the group leader. Where's that card? What were you doing, Nino? That's what you get, messing with stuff. Or whether she was the group leader here in the Three of Pentacles. You know, the one who talks and says, hey, look, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm capable of doing this, my power is like this. This is because I can feel like this is somebody who's this is somebody who's very, very big-headed and feels like they're above all. They went on and just made this agreement, but they're bound by this agreement, okay? They're bound by this agreement. So I want you to know that whatever they have reaped for you, whatever they have sowed for you, it's not going to happen to you. It's going to happen to them, because this is what they forgot about, okay? This is what they forgot about, that you have that King of Swords energy. You're able to knock out all of that BS that they have going on. Some of you could be Capricorns, like I said, because I do hear Capricorns, or you could be dealing with the Capricorn too. This could be a Capricorn for some of you. For some of you, this could be a Virgo working with the Capricorn, or a Libra. I feel like this could be somebody working with a Scorpio, a Cancer. Just telling you guys what I hear. Somebody's working with a Taurus out of anger, as well as a Gemini. Okay, I feel like I'm hearing teach you a lesson. Somebody may have thought that like, oh, you fucked with the wrong person, now I'm gonna teach you a lesson type of thing. You get what I'm saying? And this is what I mean when I say above all. They feel like they just, you know, like they're high on their horse and like they can teach others to do what needs to be done in trying to destroy your life, but it's not gonna work. This could be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, or you could be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, but whatever it is, it's not gonna work. Okay, it's not gonna work when it comes to your baby. They are gonna end up bound by their own fate. Okay, that's what keeps coming up. They're gonna end up bound by their own fate. Whoever this woman is, I almost said something else, but whoever this woman is, it's the Queen of Swords is in reverse. Her magic doesn't work there, or someone that you're working with spiritually that the divine has brought to you that is not letting this work in your favor. You get what I'm saying? I feel like some of you have someone that you're working with that is divinely intuitive, divinely guided, and it's just stopping everything that these people try to do. I mean, it just keeps coming up. They're being stopped, y'all. Like, they're being stopped. I cannot make this up. They're being stopped. Okay, you have some very powerful angels on your side. Very powerful angels. So whatever war they're trying to come up with, look at them trying to climb this hill. Everything they try to do, every way that they try to attack you, this is them. Let's do it this way, let's do it that way, let's do it on this moon, let's do it on that moon. It's being reversed. You get what I'm saying? You just have to go in and make sure that you're doing whatever it is that you need to be doing. So let's see what the angels have for you guys. Let's see what messages they have for you. Messages for the collective. We have shine your light with Uriel. Okay, and that's, I feel like that's because your light irritates these people's demons, especially when they're expecting you to fail, expecting things not to work out for you and it doesn't work out. We have honor your feelings. Okay, some of you need to look into and see what your spirit animals are as well. Some of you need to see what angels you guys need to be working with. And I also feel like, especially with the Hannah card coming out, I feel like someone is portraying to be an angel. You know how everyone is trying to make themselves trend by calling themselves a earth angel? I feel like some of these people are like, they're saying that they're angels in this life, but like in a past life they were like demonic or dating a devil or something like that. Stop listening to those types of people. Those people was demonic then and they demonic now. They are not angels. They're false idols, false gods, false angels. They're just false. Okay, balance is coming up again for you guys. Unconditional love. All right, focus your mind. Trust your vibes. Okay, because some of you know that these people are not who they say they are, but they're coming across to you as, you know, like they just really know what they're doing. And if you're interested into spiritual things, you're gonna believe them. You get what I'm saying? Some of you may not have been able to forgive your partner for past discretions, but I feel like some of you are walking into that position where you are able to forgive this person. I feel like a lot of people have gotten in between you guys and just caused a lot of friction. I feel that you guys need to show gratitude more. Be happy for what you have and not complain about what you don't have. Even when things don't always work the way that you want them to work or work in your favor, as I should say, just know that the divine is trying to bring you into something better. All right, so let's see what your baby wants you to know. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay, your baby wants you to ascend. We have commitment coming out. There could be a goal, like I said, a business. This one just flipped over. We have timing. Everything comes to you in perfect divine timing. So stop trying to rush it. There is a commitment here with this relationship. Okay, so like I said, it may start off rocky, or it may be rocky right now, or there may be something that's going on and happening. But that is, hold on y'all, these cards fell. That is something dealing with magic. That is somebody who is forcing those things to happen, and the divine is forcing you to deal with it because genuine and gentle. He's forcing you to deal with it because it's time for you to see that people go more than out of their way to attack you. You get what I'm saying? You have to understand that this is a time where people feel like, oh, I saw this on TV, I saw this in this show, I'm gonna do this, or I'm gonna go find somebody who can sabotage this person's life. You get what I'm saying? And that's just how these people work. It doesn't matter if you're not a bad person, okay? You guys really need to get over this stigmatism where I'm not a bad person. I don't do anything to anyone. You don't have to do anything to anyone, okay? All you have to do is exist and be happy. Nino, why do you keep breaking out? All you have to do is exist and be happy. And when you exist and you're happy, it causes your enemies to be highly upset. That's part of the cycle, okay? That's part of the cycle that you have to understand. It's part of the and when I say the cycle, it's more so the path, the levels that you end up going through, because there is this ascension for you. This is why it's falling under ascension, because this is something that you have to face. You have to know your enemy. You have to understand how your enemy works. Your enemy has been studying you for so long. It's time for you to study your enemy. And you do that by studying the things that are happening in your life. Why is this a pattern? Why is this happening now? This is happening now because it's trying to teach you a lesson. And if it's something that's happening over and over and over again, then that means you have not yet learned the lesson that the universe, the most high divine creator, has been trying to teach you. So your angels and your ascended masters are coming in, giving you the angel numbers, giving you the signs, and you're like, oh, I'm seeing angel numbers. You're getting so excited, but you're not tuning in to the actual message that they're trying to give to you. Okay, because some people say, oh, 1111, I'm finna have this abundance, I'm finna have this, but there's more to that than just the abundance. The abundance is the reward. The abundance is the reward for doing what is required for you through that cycle. And once you complete that particular cycle, you are going to be rewarded with the abundance. Now, being that you guys are a sovereign being that is you and your partner, being that it's not you and a group of people, and you've been trying to pull yourself away from old people, habits, places, and things, you have got this type of energy from your peers that comes off as who does she think she is? She's not she's no longer being around us. She's no longer, or he's no longer chilling with us, you know. But that's because this is who you are. You are expressing your creativity and sexuality. You are a life force. Okay, you are a life force. So that means you're not meant to be around dead energy. You get what I'm saying? And when you're pulling yourself away from this dead energy, it's confusing the energy, because the energy is like, wait, I'm not used to you being like this with me. I'm not used to you cutting me off. I'm not used to you not answering the phone. I'm not used to you not responding to my texts. I'm not used to you leaving me on red. I'm not used to a lot of things, but you're going to have to tell them, get used to it. Because I got to grow. I have to heal. And I have to do what I have to do. This is your soft girl life. Okay? That's why I named my other channel that, because it was time for me, even being at the time when I started it, I was 39. But it was time for me to enter my soft girl era. You get what I'm saying? You have to look at it like you're never too late, because everything happens in divine timing. It happens when it's supposed to. So even if you're 40, even if you're 43, 45, 53, 60, and you're just watching the video because you watch all my videos, you are doing whatever it is you're doing in your life right now because it's time. You get what I'm saying? The doctors may tell you one thing, but the divine says another. The doctors may say, well, your biological clock is ticking. And the divine says, I chose you to have a baby at 53. I chose you to defy the odds. Now the doctors are scrambling around trying to figure it out. How did it happen? You get what I'm saying? How was she able to do this? How was he able to do this? It's the same thing that your enemy is constantly doing. They're trying... Fertility. What did I just say? Literally, what did I just say? Okay? I cannot make this up, people. I do not do that. I do not get anything by doing that. Okay? Fertility. Believe it. Receive it. Count on it. Claim it. It's yours. It is yours. I don't care what the doctors say. Okay? I do not care what the doctors say. The doctors told me, you have no left tube. When you got your tubes tied, it completely destroyed your tube. Why am I 9 months pregnant right now with a baby who was conceived on the left side and the left tube that you guys said I didn't have? I did the rituals that the divine Papa Legba, Baron Samedi told me to do. I drunk the yoni fertility teas that I make. And I'm sitting here right in front of you guys, 9 months pregnant with less friends. And I feel so light. I feel so happy. I feel so abundant. I do not feel weighed down anymore. I feel like I am exactly where I need to be. That is a definition of hashtag trust the process. Okay? Trust the process. Not somebody else's process. Not what somebody else says. No. Clear all of that doubt out of your hair. Out of your head. Because faith and fear, somebody's messing with your hair who's putting that in there. Okay? Nino, why do you keep breaking out? But the seeds you plant now will thrive, will grow and thrive. Okay? Didn't I tell you? These seeds are about to manifest. Okay? These seeds are about to manifest into your womb because God is doing his big one. I don't think he want to stay in there either. Because he just keep breaking out. It's cool. Yeah, I'm going to continue. I'm going to drink some lemonade because this reading is tea. This reading is really tea, y'all. Like, your next card, prosperity. You steadily build your wealth for your future. Each time your enemy thinks that they're binding you and cutting you off and stopping, you know, what the divine has for you, what the divine is working into your favor, and you keep going. You keep staying with this person that the divine handcrafted for you. You guys keep getting through the arguments that they send your way. You get what I'm saying? It's all part of the divine plan. It's all part of the plan, because your enemy is watching. Your enemy is always watching. Look at the enemy. They're always watching in the background. Okay? Some of you guys are readers, so you have your channels, right? And some of these enemies are literally watching your channels. Okay? They're feeding off of what you put on your channel. They're trying to figure you out. Okay, they're trying to figure out, how does this bitch keep thriving? Because it's the divine plan, dummy, and you can't mess with that. You cannot mess with the divine's plan. And I don't know who these idiots are, because we all deal with idiots. We all have enemies, okay? And all these little idiots, they actually think that they're more powerful than the divine. I don't know where they're selling audacity at. I don't know what type of drugs these people are on, but you have to be crazy to think that you are going to stop anything that the divine has already ordained to happen. They're not stopping this, okay? They're not stopping this. This is coming through. This baby is coming through, okay? Look at those bubbles. For some of you, it's going to be 3 babies. For some of you, it's going to be 4 or more. Okay, these babies are coming through, and it's nothing that they're going to be able to do to stop this. Making a home and having kids and loving support. These people don't have this. They don't have loving support. They don't have a partner that cares about them. They don't have anybody who likes them, who wants to be around them, because their attitudes are ugly. They're demonic. Who wants to be under someone who's demonic? And this is the thing about the enemies. The enemies never literally look at the fact that they're the problem. The enemies never look at the fact that they're the problem. They look at you in your life like you're the problem. You're not the problem. They're the problem. It's time for you to celebrate. So much is coming to you right now. So much power, so much abundance. You need to take all your energy back, all your power back. You need to cleanse your home, cleanse your body. You need to drink your tea. You know, some of you do not understand and know how powerful these teas are. I'm not the only ones who make them. If you have TikTok, go type in fertility teas and watch the different spiritualists that come up and literally tell you, hey, look, this girl is pregnant off of my tea. It's a fact. It's a fact. I did not take anybody else's fertility tea. I'm an herbalist, so I have my own apothecary. So I made my own, you know. I made my own. The doctors were like, take this medication, you know, take Clomid, take Letrozole, take this, take that, so you can get pregnant. No. Well, if Letrozole doesn't work, you're going to have to do IVF. I'm going to go with the divine on this one. Yes, I had my tubes tied, but I had to realize that, look, you're having these miscarriages and your tubes are supposed to be tied because you are a divine child. You are not supposed to have your tubes tied. The divine put you here to be a creator. At the time, I was like, man, look, I already have 6 kids. You know, the doctors are saying this, they're saying that. But like they say, God says another. So here I am pregnant with baby number 7. Okay? So it is what it is. And I don't care what anybody has to say about me being pregnant at 40. I don't care about none of that, because the thing is, I'd rather be pregnant at 40 with the knowledge that I know now, with the money that I have now, with the strength, the spirituality that I have now, than to be young like I was and not guided as I am now, and as fortunate as I am now. Now, whatever my baby wants, I can go do that. I can take my baby and go travel. You know, I've never been the mom that leaves the kids with grandma. I've always had my kids. So when you guys see me travel, my kids are always with me. You get what I'm saying? People get jealous of that. People get very, very jealous of that, of you celebrating. You get what I'm saying? Look at the cake. You know how many people stopped being my friend after I posted my birthday cake? Crazy work. But this is my point. It agitates them. And when you are faced through the divine with that golden opportunity, okay, when the divine says, here, I have several keys that are going to unlock doors that you never knew that you could walk through. What are you going to do with that? What are you going to do with that? You start to train your mind to remember, you know what? That person said they were happy for me. That person said that they were my friend, but they wasn't. How many of you have friends that tell you, leave him, girl? Or how many of you dudes have friends that leave her? That's because they're trying to get with them. They're trying to get with them. That's my dog snoring, y'all. I have a Frenchie, and they snore a lot. So, this is what it is. This is what it is. That heart chakra that's blocked, it's finna be unlocked. That sacral chakra, that root chakra on your fertility that was locked, it's finna be unlocked. There are so many different things that are about to be unlocked for you. And when I tell you it's about to be amazing, it's about to be past amazing. It's about to be phenomenal, because your life is about to turn up in the most amazing way that you would have never thought to be possible. And when I tell you that, know and understand that that is serious, because it's happening right here in real time before your eyes. Okay, what is your baby saying? Being family oriented will be very important to me. Family oriented. I cannot make this up. I cannot make this up. Family oriented. This is you. This is you. But this is not who your enemy wants you to be. This is not who your enemy wants you to be. They don't want you to be family oriented. They don't want you to have this partner who is going to change your life. Put this seed into you that is going to change the universe. Do you know how powerful that is? You guys can get on YouTube, TikTok, or any social platform and look at readings where us spiritualists talk about you guys having these gifted and powerful babies. But do you know what it really means to have a gifted and powerful child? Some of you have a baby literally that is fighting their way right now to get to you. This baby is fighting to get to you, because this baby is going to be family oriented. This baby wants a 2-parent household. And what's happening right now in your life? They're trying to sabotage your household, because the enemy does not want that baby to be born. The enemy wants you and your partner to argue. They want you guys to be at odds with each other. They want you guys to break up. And for those of you who haven't even met this person yet, oh, they're trying to throw depression, anxiety at you and this person. Legal issues. They're trying to lock this person up. Some of you are not even with this person, and this person is fighting jail right now. They're in the biggest fight of their life because someone who they do not belong with is having magic done to keep them stuck and stagnant. Not only do you have to fight for your child, your man, your woman, you have to fight for your family. Your family. Because something is trying to stop this from coming together for you guys. This is why we do hex breakers. We do return to senders. This is why we do blockbusters. This is why we do road openers. To stop all this madness that the enemy is trying to create, so the things that can come to us can flow to us without any hurt, harm, or danger to anyone else. But we can receive what we need, what is ours. But when you are stuck in your ego, I don't have to do no spiritual work. The divine always take care of me. I don't have to do this. I don't have to do that. I don't have to listen to nothing that he or she is saying because I pray every day. Okay. You want the divine most high creator to move mountains for you because you pray every day? What about what the divine has to do to get you what you need? It's not fair to the divine to do all of this stuff for you to have the best life possible and for you to just pray. That is so disrespectful. You're going to have to do more than pray. You're going to have to get your hands dirty. You're going to have to do the work. If you want this family, you're going to have to do the work. You're not going to put the work on the divine's back to do and then you just sit here and pray and do nothing. No, you're going to have to do the work. It doesn't matter if you don't want to. Don't do it and watch what happens. I'll be doing another reading on why things are happening slow when that time comes. Because believe it, some people are not going to do the right thing. Some people are going to sit here and they're going to be like, well, you know, I'm not going to do it. I'm not reaching out to my spiritualist. She not finna get no money from me. I got to do this. I got to do that. Baby, let me tell you something about how the divine work. When the divine tell you to do something, he is going to provide what you need to get it done. All you have to do is step on faith and not on fear. All right? What does this say? You have to consciously make the decision to choose to be a parent before I can be conceived. It's in our karmic contract. You have to make the decision. If you've been watching my readings that I've been doing, these baby readings, what have I been saying? There are a lot of decisions you guys have to make. And the people who watch the readings, they're like, well, tell me what the decision is. I can't do all the work for you. I'm already giving you the reading for free. You want me to do everything else too? What you gonna do? There are a lot of people who watch these videos who do not like to do the work. Couldn't be me. Could not be me. I told y'all before and I'm going to tell you again. I'm going to always tell you, when they tell me to do something, I do it. I listen. That's why I'm in the position that I'm in now. Because I listened. When the divine said, I need you to go down there and I need you to take this herb. I need you to take this flower, this herb, that herb, this herb, that herb, that herb, that herb, these flowers. And I need you to put them together. And I need you to pray over them for this amount of time. I need you to add this oil, that oil. And then I need you to pray over it again for this amount of time. I need you to only make this tea with this water. And then I need you to drink it for this amount of time. That is exactly what I did. And when I did that, no lie, I felt like Noah when he was building the ark. Because although I wasn't building a necessary ark, I was building the ark of my womb. And not only for my womb, I was building this ark for the wombs of others. To weed out the issues that women were facing within their body. We go to these doctors and we think we have to pay hundreds or thousands of dollars for fertility, when the divine Most High Creator has already placed the herbs that we need, the flowers that we need, the oils through the herbs that we need. We just have to know how to process it. I make my own herbs as I grow them in my garden. I make my own oils, tinctures, potions, etc. I literally have scientific equipment set up in my apothecary, so I can test my products. I use every product I sell, I use it. And they've all been divinely given to me. These are divine recipes, and the ones that are not are ones that came from my family's grimoires that I use. So people who have practiced for generations and generations. I don't have family members that don't practice. All my family members practice. Whether they practice good or bad, everyone in my family practice. And that's how it's been for over 200 and something thousand years. And how do I know that? Because I know my history. But in telling you guys that, why am I telling you that? Because knowing your history is a part of your journey. Knowing where you come from is a part of your journey. These are all things I've learned on my journey. All things that have led me to where I am right now. This is where the divine guided me on my path. Okay, not the only areas. Okay, but like he said, you have to make the decision. You have to make the decision to want to do something. You have to make the decision not to give up. You have to make the decision to be humble. You have to make the decision to put your feelings aside, to put what you think is best aside, because the divine knows best. You are only making things last longer when you don't do what the divine tells you to do. This is why I said it doesn't matter if you look at 52 readings a day on social media. It's not going to help you if you're not listening to what these spiritualists are telling you. You know? And if you're not going to listen to them, then you might as well delete everybody you're listening to, because you're not receiving any of the information that they're trying to tell you. You're trying to pick out what parts you want to pick out. You don't want to hear the overall message. Some people look at readings and say, oh, that's too long, I can't watch that. Hell, turn the damn reading on, clean up. Cleanse while you're listening to that reading. Cleanse. Get that negative energy. Open up some windows. Get that negative energy out of your space. What do you mean you don't have time? But you have time to sit on the phone and talk to people who don't care about you? I'm confused. And not saying that that's all of you, but somebody's going to come across this reading, and that is going to be their energy. And how do I know that? Because I can see it, feel it, and hear it. And it's sad. I will be a C-section birth. Your portal is going to be open, whether your baby comes out vaginally or through C-section. Both births are important. Both births are important. Some people say, oh, well, C-section moms didn't have to go through all the pain. Bullshit. I'm a C-section mom. And the recovery is a lot longer than a vag delivery, honey. There are multiple ways to bring life into this world. But you can't say they're all equal, because they're not. Some people don't have a choice. Their babies have to be born C-section for whatever reason. If you have twins, you're going to have a C-section. You may deliver one vaginally and have to deliver the other one C-section because of the positions of the baby. People who say things like that, they're ignorant. They don't know. They don't understand. This is just like breastfeeding and bottle feeding. People are beefing all the time over breastfeeding and bottle feeding. Long as your baby is fed, that is all that matters. If you exclusively pump and don't feed from the breast, that is completely fine. That is your baby's eating and getting the nutrients they need. If you choose to use formula, your baby's eating. They're getting what they need. You know, there's all this stigmatism around what is best and who is best. That's negative energy. Okay? There is an energy blocking your Kundalini energy from flowing to the conception cradle. Without this block removed, I cannot be conceived. Can you see that, ladies and gentlemen? Can you see that? I had a girl get on my video who was an alleged reader and say, your readings be bomb, but you be talking too much during the reading. Babe, my reading's not for you. My readings are for people who can put their ego to the side and shut the hell up and hear the message. Because the message is always going to message. Sometimes the message needs to be long. Sometimes there is a lot to say. Sometimes there is a lot to learn. I told you guys this before this card even came up. I told you. But you have to decide to listen. Like this card says here, you may not feel like you're ready, but trust me, you are. I can't make this up. This is at the top of the deck. You may not feel like you're ready, but trust me, you are. God is about to do his big one for you if you move out the way and you allow him to do what he needs to do. But if you sit here and you stay in the way, you're going to block your own, you're going to block yourself, and you're going to block your own energy. Okay? I've opened the doors for you guys for fertility. All right? I even have my statue sitting here for you guys. I keep my statue here for you guys to give you guys that good, powerful energy that I feel like you guys need to help you. You know, I keep my desk full of things that can help bring the energy that you need. Even with burning certain incense, I keep that energy flowing for you guys because that is what you guys need. But it is up to you for you to reach out. It doesn't even have to be to me, to reach out to whoever you work with. If you want to work with me, that's fine. I'll work with you. But I'm going to tell you straight up, you have to be willing to do the work because I'm not going to do the work for you. Whether it's classes you need to take, whether it's spell work you need to get done, products you need to buy, you're going to have to buy that. I'm not going to give it to you. I have to make my money too, you know? Like, it is what it is. You know, and it's crazy because people will want to get things for free from you and then turn around and go pay somebody else. You know, they'll want the free things, but when it comes to pay, they don't want to pay you. They want to use you. And as a spiritualist, if you are a spiritualist with your own channel, you have to realize when you're being used. If you're not a spiritualist and you have people around you using you, whether it's for your energy, your money, your time, whatever it is they're using you for, you have to realize that these people are using you. And when you cut them off, or when they cut you off because you won't do what they want you to do, whatever the situation is, you have to realize that, you know what? This person no longer being in my life is not a loss. I've lost over 9 friends. I no longer have these 9 people in my life because they felt some type of way about me throughout my pregnancy. That is not a loss. I feel so light that I feel like I can fly. I feel happy. I don't care about the money. I don't care about any of that. But those people have led themselves to believe that. And that's what people do. And you have to show them otherwise. 1 monkey, 2 monkey, 3 monkey, 4 monkey, 10 monkeys, however many monkeys. Don't stop the show, because it's all going to happen in the divine plan. Okay? You are protected. Look at all those beautiful things that counteract with fertility. You are protected as you face any adversity. Any adversity. That means regardless of who it comes from, where it comes from, who sent it, you are protected. But it does not mean that they're not going to allow things to happen so you can't see that it's going on. These are called signs. Signs are not just, ooh, I saw 1111, I saw 333, wow, it's 444, oh my God, it's 555. Get out of your ego. There is more to these numbers. This is the universe speaking to you in its language. When you see these numbers, you need to go find out the meanings. You need to connect. You need to talk back. Okay, what are you trying to show me? I am open to your message. What do I need to do? Show me in a vision. Show me in a dream. Bring it to me. Unveil what is hidden to me. You need to begin to ask questions. Not get in a group chat with people and then, oh girl, I saw 333. Okay, and what did you do about the message they were they were sending to you? Because it doesn't sound like you received it. There's more here. There are some people who have been brought into your life to learn something from you. I don't know if you've been able to tell this with the cards that have been coming out, but there are some people who have been coming into your life, and these people have been placed in your life to learn something from you. But they're so arrogant and stubborn that they can't learn from the same people that they prayed for, that the divine was sending to them. And it's just astonishing, because they're going to end up missing out on the biggest blessing of all. To have you in their life is a blessing. This whole thing here is a phenomenal blessing. You guys are high-ranked matriarchs and patriarchs. You guys have been literally touched by the divine. The divine is literally sending you the vibes, entering your consciousness, and telling you what it is you need to do. You need to work on your consciousness instead of your subconscious, because you are this life force. You have something that you are supposed to bring in here that is so special that it has to happen at a certain time. It can't even happen on a time that is not that someone else has set. It has to happen on the divine clock. This is the divine clock. And the divine clock is ticking. And you have to decide when you are going to move forward with what the divine has put into your life, what the divine is trying to give you. Because if you don't, I'm telling you, you're going to miss out on something big, and your soul is going to feel it. I hope this message helps you guys. I really hope it does, because it is one powerful message. Like, this is probably going to be the best reading that I have done this week. And the week just started. The week has literally just started, and this energy is so captivating. Like, this energy is, I'm happy for you, okay? I'm literally happy for you guys. All right? So, yeah. I suggest you guys do what you have to do, because something's blocking you. Something's blocking you. I can pull again to see if we get, give me clarification on this block. What is this block? There was a block on your money, but what did I show you guys earlier in the top of the reading? There's a block on what on this seed that the divine is giving to you. Okay? There's a block on that seed. That's the seed. Where is that card? Something just hit the window. Where is that card? There it is. There's a block. Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles twice in one reading. There's a block on that seed that the divine is trying to give to you. And it's coming from your Kundalini energy. It's coming from your Kundalini energy. There's a block on your Kundalini energy. And that's what's stopping it. You're going to have to take that tea. You're going to have to, then the thing about the tea that I made, you can use it in yoni steam form, and you can also use it to drink. Me, I don't pour my herbs out. A lot of people say strain the herbs out. I leave my herbs in my teacup. Like, I leave my herbs in my teacup. Yeah, this is someone who wants to keep this baby in the hangman position. This is someone who is blocking your Kundalini energy, trying to keep you from conceiving. I mean, how many ways do you need to see it? How many ways do you need to see it? This is someone who spent a lot of money to stop that they're and this is how you know you're about to have a divine child. When someone goes in their pocket to stop you from having a baby is wild. How many times do you have to see it before you believe it? Your baby is even telling you, I want a family-oriented, being a part of a family-oriented, being family-oriented is very important for me. That's why they're trying to shake it up. That's why they're trying to shake it up and stop it. Look at what's coming to you. Look how the divine is going to bless you if you listen. You're going to have everything that you need. Everything that you need. But you have to be willing to do what you have to do to get there. Some of y'all need to get on the phone with your spiritualist right now. Some of y'all need to get to texting them right now. Hey, look, I'm sorry. I didn't listen. Hey, look, I'm sorry. I didn't do what you told me to do. I'm sorry. I'm going to do right by you, spiritualist. Divine Most High Creator, I hear your message. I'm going to do right by you. I'm going to do what you asked me to do so I can bear this son. So I can have this child. I see there's a divine star needing to be born that is going to bring something to the universe. Your child could be an ultimate healer. This child is meant to come into this universe right here at this certain time. This child is literally fighting to get to you right now. This child is fighting. If you love this child, if you want this child, if you have made the decision to be in this child's life, to be this child's parent, you're going to have to do something to help this child get here, because there is work to be done. The work is not done. I don't care what you tell yourself. There is a war on the other side. There's a war on the other side that your child is fighting, that the angels are trying to help your child fight so your child can get here. This child has a lot on their plate, 7 of Swords. They're they're in the middle of a balancing act, trying to balance everything. They have 7 swords to balance because mom and dad are not doing what they need to do to help this child come into being. You guys have to help this child get here. All right? That's all I'm going to say. I mean, the message keeps messaging. It keeps coming out the same, guys. So I don't know what else to tell you guys at this point. But you guys need to, if you had a spiritualist, somebody, I got the energy. Somebody is watching this. You guys had a spiritualist. You were working with them. They were helping you. And you decided to fold on them because you got in your feelings about whatever it is. You need to go to that person. You need to apologize. Okay? You need to apologize. The miracle of forgiveness. The miracle of forgiveness. God is doing his big one. You need to do your big one. You need to go apologize to whoever it is that you did wrong. You need to be sincere in your apology. You need to be correct in your apology. You need to be able to understand criticism. You need to be able to understand that everyone is not going to bend to your will and do what you want them to do. And you need to make it right. If this person has you blocked, you need to find a way to contact them. And not you going through someone else. You better download an app. Hey, this is such and such. If they got you blocked on their phone where you can't call them, you need to talk to whoever this is. Whoever this is, you need to talk to them and you need to make this right with them, honey. Because you finna miss out on so much. And hey, if you don't want to, that's on you. Because whoever that person is, baby, their life going to keep on flowing. They going to keep having their abundance, their prosperity, because you ain't going to stop nothing for them. You only stopping something for yourself through your ego. I see that shit so clear. Like somebody here is at war with themselves. It's not even just these babies being at war. Some of y'all are at war with yourselves. You're at war with your spiritualist, at war with the person you prayed for. Some of you, not all of you, babes. Not all of my moonbeams. No, that is not all of y'all, but there are some of them. There's like a handful. There's like a select few who are at odds with someone who was helping them. And the funny thing is that this person was really just telling you the truth. But you decided to get in there in your feelings, and it's like this person was just telling you how they feel. Now, had you been telling them how you felt about a situation, they would have sat there and understood. They wouldn't have reacted like you reacted. You overreacted in a situation. And now your Kundalini energy is blocked, and you need this person's help. And you want this baby. For some of you, this person, you don't even have no kids. You don't have no kids and you're up in age. You don't even have one. And you blocked your energy by blocking your blessing through this person. This person was your 10 of Pentacles. This person was your 10 of Pentacles. And now you're sitting up here looking at all the money you have and you're trying to figure out, well, I have all this money. I can do this. I can do that. You're going to end up losing all that money trying to spend it, trying to go around the way and go through somebody else and multiple other people. then go the way that the divine put you on the path to go through. He already put you on a path. He already put you on a path. There's your path. That's where you're supposed to walk through. But you don't want to do it because you're stuck in your ego. Yep. Yep. Taurus, Virgo. Yep. Capricorn. Yep. That's so clear. Scorpio. Cancer. That message is for one of y'all. Leo. That message is for one of y'all. One of y'all got some situation going on like that. And for some of y'all, this is your last warning. They're not going to tell you no more. For some of you, it's going to be a reading that comes up in a couple months, because you're going to try to reassert it again, because you're not going to want to listen, and you're going to get the same message. So I don't know, but that's what's coming up. That's what I'm getting. That's what I'm getting for somebody. Like I said, moonbeams, it may not be for all of you, but it's for somebody. All right, so I'm gonna end this here, because I do have some things to get done, but like I said, I will try to go live Tuesday, Wednesday, and maybe Thursday, and chat with you guys for a little bit. But peace, love, and abundance as always. I will see you guys in the next one.